So hello, my name is Yu and I am the Secretary General of DISMUN, which takes place in Dulwich College Shanghai Pudong, and today I will take you through a tutorial of the MUN app. And this video will be part of a video series on how to use the app, and today we're going to focus on how to set up the app and get basic messaging working. So first of all, if you are the Secretary General, you will first open the MUN app host file. As it opens, it will ask you to choose an XLSX spreadsheet. So ideally, this spreadsheet will contain all of the information about the conference, such as when we look at MUNapp data, we can see the committee information, we can see the delegates, and we can see the issues within the committee. And every single sheet within this Excel is actually a different committee. So we can choose this Excel right here, and then select it as a database file, and then as you can see, we will have a terminal pop up which says that this is my host IP address. So once the host server has been established, the committee chair will then select the MUN app committee file and then open this up in order to connect to the server, which is at this IP right here. So 10.3.2.248 is my IP at port 2000. So you can see there's a connect to server window that pops up, so I can enter all of this information and then I can connect. And then I can select which committee that I am in. So remember that in the Excel spreadsheet before, we had all of these committees detailed. So now all of this is relayed to our MUN app committee file, and then we can select. So suppose that we are the ECOSOC. So we can click create, and currently we can start a new session. So right now, we have this screen up. So this will be the main panel for committee chair. So next we will connect a delegate. As you might imagine, the file to connect this delegate is the MUN app client file, and we can open this as well. So this interface is similar to the one that we encountered before, asking us to enter a server IP and a port. So this time, however, we will not be entering the information of the Secretary General. So instead, you can see that the committee chair has its own IP address and its own port. So we will be putting this information into our new login screen in order to connect to the specific committee, in this case, the ECOSOC committee. And as you can see, we can select our delegation. So suppose that we select the delegation of Germany. Now we have this simple message pane pop up, and then we can add a new message, and then we can write a message to the chair saying, hi. However, we see over here that because no admins are online, we are not able to send this message properly. And indeed, when we look at the chair's terminal, we don't actually see any messages incoming. This is because all of the messages that a client sends needs approval from the admin. So now we will be logging on the admin. And the admin also logs on through the MUNapp client file. However, as you might imagine, we will log in as the admin instead. So however, you realize that over here, we need to input an admin password. This is so that delegates aren't just imposting as admins and are actually following the instructions. So in order to get this admin password, we need to go back to the committee chair, and then we see that there is an admin password available. So this admin password is a randomly generated string of 5 characters, and so every time you restart the app, there will be a new admin password that is randomly generated. So we will be inserting this password to our admin terminal in order to generate this. And then as you can see, we have this separate terminal pop up with the messages waiting approval, which is from the delegate beforehand. And we can click either approve or reject. So in this case, then suppose that I approve the message. Then when we go to the chair's terminal, we can see over here that the chair has one new message, and it is this message from the delegate. So now let's take this a step further and then log on a second client. As with the same process as before, we will be opening up a new client, and then we will be inserting the same IP address. suppose that this one will be the delegate of Russia. So now we can actually have the clients message between each other by simply clicking on new message and then clicking the person that you want to send it to. For example, if I want to send to the delegate of Germany, I can send this and then show messages. I can see that in the pending messages, and then if I have the admin's approval, we can go to the other delegate, and then we can see that the other delegate has received a message already. So in the same way, the delegate can send the message back to the other. Notice that the admin actually rejects this message. So in this case, this would appear as red, and then on the other delegate's terminal, this would not appear as a message. And all of these messages can actually be viewed by the committee chair for the committee chair to oversee it. And as you can see, all of the messages, whether they have been approved or rejected, the chair can see all of this. And finally, a final bit of setup is that the chair has the power to remove delegates from this system. And so when we click on Manage Delegates, we can see all of the terminal information from the delegates, and then we can choose a delegate if we want to remove the delegate from the committee.